Well, Liverpool have their new manager now. We're going to take a look at a couple of tactics this week to take a look at what the new Liverpool lineup might look like. So let's jump into the first one. This one is called the 4-2-3-1 Arne Slot. I wanted to get a couple of different tactics to see how they all did. I found one that we'll do tomorrow that looks very interesting. This one, however, I just wanted to find something on the Steam Workshop because it's nice and easy. I downloaded it, subscribed to it, and unfortunately there's no images, there's no description, there's no content whatsoever except for the name and the tactic itself. So we're going to take a look at it today and see how it does for our three teams of Liverpool, Aston Villa, and our championship side of Ipswich Town. But again, tomorrow we're going to have another Arne Slot tactic from someone we know well and clear, and we'll see how that one does. But this one right now, the 4-2-3-1 Arne Slot, let's jump into the Premier League. Well, Premier League looks pretty nice for Liverpool. I mean, 86 points, I will say, is not the highlight that you'd like to see. We've seen tactics that they've gotten a lot higher into the 90s and thereabouts, but Liverpool, tops of the table, is a fantastic position to be. 84 goals. Aston Villa, though, in fifth, a little bit higher than where they're supposed to be. They've got Europa League next season, but overall, 68 points, 67 goals. We've seen better from them. Domestic cups for Liverpool. Carabao Cup, only one blemish. You get to the final and you beat Southampton 4-1. Well done there. Trophy number 2. Fortunately, you get to another final in the FA Cup final, but unfortunately, you get completely blasted away by Manchester City 4-1. But now 2 trophies is all it's going to be this season. Out against Real Madrid in the Europa League semifinals, 2-2 at home, and then 1-1 in penalties away from home. So overall, I'm going to say it's a fantastic season for Liverpool, even with that 86 points where you hope to be higher. But tops of the Premier League, Europa League, yeah, you're knocked out in the semis, but you still get to the semis, and it's Real Madrid. I mean, it's kind of the Man City of, Europe. But English FA Cup runners-up, okay, I kind of wish that you did a bit better with Man City. But Carabao Cup winners, fantastic. Squad-wise, you got a lot of green here. Nice to see. 22 goals for Salah, 21 for Nunez. You got some in the double digits, which is nice. Assists 18 for Salah. Tsimikas comes in with 13. Very well done. And the average rating, well, Kelleher again, but Mohamed Salah with a 7.31. Aston Villa's domestic cup run, unfortunately, the complete opposite of Liverpool. Out immediately in the Carabao Cup third round against Arsenal 0-3, and then the FA Cup fourth round against Everton 1-2. And they got 2 players sent off, and that's when they score. Yeah, that's a doozy. And their old foes, Fiorentina, see them out in the qualifying round. They draw at home, but away they got a 0-1 loss, and they're out of Europe completely. So overall, not a great season. The trophies are just woeful. Premier League, you're in 5th, so it's kind of on the average mark, but you definitely have seen tactics that have brought you higher. So squad-wise, not expecting much here, especially with such a few number of greens, but 10 goals is the tops for Jacob Ramsey. That's crazy. You have a couple 9s and 8s, but still, 13 assists for Digne, 10 for Luis. Average rating, Jacob Ramsey with a 7.12. Data hubs for Liverpool, you normally see them through the roof. It's kind of interesting to see them so down when they're done so well this season. Goals per game, 221. XG against 0.85, which is really nice. It conceded 0.76, so not too bad. And if we look at Aston Villa, yeah, their numbers are a lot down. Shots per game is nice, but everything else is kind of on the downward spiral. 1.76 goals per game, 1.11 conceded, and a 0.99 XG per game against. And just to show, 2.26 points per game, Aston Villa gets a 1.79. Well, individually, both teams touch every single base here. Most goals, Liverpool in second with 84, Aston Villa in 5th with 67. Not too bad. We definitely want to see that higher, though. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in second, Aston Villa all the way in 4th. Most possession, Liverpool with 53%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in 5th, Aston Villa in 6th. Most tackles won, Aston Villa does get to the list in 4th with 907. Best pass completion, 89% to Liverpool, 88 for Aston Villa. Most shots for it, Liverpool in 3rd and Aston Villa in 4th. But now, how did our championship side of Ipswich Town do? 6th place, so they're in the playoff spots by a good 3 points. I think if you took control of this and did a little bit better, you could get a little bit higher up in that table, probably do a little bit better there. But, you get 82 points, 90 goals is not too bad. And unfortunately, in the playoffs, they do lose out in the semis against Southampton, 2-0 in aggregate. So domestic cups for Ipswich Town, though. Carabao Cup second round is where you lose out in penalties, 0-0 to Swansea. You get to the FA Cup quarters, though, beating Brighton, not too bad. Losing out, though, to Luton Town, 0-1. So overall championship, not too bad. 6th place, you're in the playoff round, but unfortunately not getting too far. FA Cup, pretty nicely in the quarterfinals. Very nicely done there. Carabao Cup, very poorly there. Ipswich Town squad-wise, though, goals 18 for Connor Chaplin-Hurst with 15, still not starting all that much. Assists 13 for Wes Burns, and then average rating a 7.27 for Leif Davis. And this time around, the very rare Ipswich Town getting all the bases here. Most goals, 3rd place with 90, fewest shots against, 3rd place again, 378. Most possession all the way down in 8th with only 52%. Most dribbles made in 4th with 756. Most tackles won in 8th with 1035. Best pass completion with 89%. 7th place, not too bad. Most shots for in 6th with 574. But now let us take a look at the tactic itself. We start out with a sweeper keeper in support, wingback on the left in attack, ball playing defender in defend, then a central defender in defend, and an inverted fullback on defend on the right. A DM in support next to a deep line playmaker in support, inverted winger on the left in support next to an AM in attack, and a winger in attack on the right. A pressing forward in attack up front. Balanced mentality, in possession, attacking with his fairly narrow approach plays pass into space, overlap on the left and focus play down the left and the right, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, mixed crosses, in transition, counter press, counter, and then out of possession, a mid-block line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press more often, prevent goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, and step up more. So overall, how did it do for our 3 teams? To be honest, not the greatest. I mean, Liverpool doing very well, but Ipswich Town in 6th place. Now, I will say, I've read a little bit on Arne Slot's tactics since he is coming in for Liverpool next year. This doesn't seem like an Arne Slot tactic to me. I haven't seen him. I don't know Feyenoord at all in terms of how they play or things like that. I was under the impression he played a lot more pressing, a lot more attacking, a lot more like Klopp. This tactic didn't look like that at all. So please, in the description below or in the comments below, tell me what you think of this tactic. Is it like an Arne Slot tactic? Is it a lot different than what we're going to expect in a Liverpool or what he's been playing with Feyenoord and things like that? Let me know, because this doesn't seem like it's not matching up with what my expectation of an Arne Slot tactic is. But again, Liverpool doing fantastic job, top of the league. Aston Villa in 5th, kind of on the average mark. But I think there's a lot you need to play with here in terms of the team. And again, if this is an actual Arne Slot tactic, it is not meant for Liverpool. It is meant for, the team that he's with now or whenever this was created, which was back in February. So you may need to massage your players into this tactic a lot more than usual. But with that said, I don't think it worked all that well. I think we've seen better tactics that have done this kind of thing, kind of an overall. But if you want to see how it does with Liverpool, massage your players in there a lot more. You're going to do a lot better if you take control of the matches themselves and see how you do. And if you tried it, let me know. Let me know again in the description down below how it worked for you. And yeah, it could be a winner. You just need a little more time with it and kind of get yourself into it. But that is it for me, Stefan FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.